stepped on many people. Beyonce.
It wasn't nothing towards Keyshia. I mean, she knows that, and everybody that with a brain knows that. That's not even how I operate.
I really did come up on Beyonce, and I really did, look at her for inspiration, and I was just like, that song, and what I said just went way too far, because I do love, her, and I get chills when I see her perform, and she is a gang of inspiration.
The former princess of hip-hop soul is stirring up major drama by exposing exactly how Queen Bey walked all over her. Can you believe it? Look, Keyshia was once the face of the industry, darling, but nowadays she's desperately trying to stay relevant. And it all comes down to one catastrophic mistake: her decision to call out Beyonce. Now, while an apology might be too little, too late, Keyshia is determined to show everyone the not-so-sweet side of the industry's beloved sweetheart. But here's what we're all dying to know. What exactly did Keyshia say? Is there any truth to her explosive claims? Or is this just another desperate cry for attention? Let's dive into all this juicy drama. Keyshia's massive mistake. Let me tell you something. Keyshia may not be topping the charts right now, but there was a time when she absolutely owned the title Princess of Hip Hop Soul. And honey, she earned every bit of it. This talented songstress captured countless hearts with that soulful voice and those raw, emotional lyrics that just spoke to your soul. Would you believe she actually started as a backing vocalist for MC Hammer? But darling, A&M Records saw that diamond in the rough and snatched her up faster than you can say platinum record. That's how we got blessed with The Way It Is in 2005. And let me tell you, that album was pure magic. Keyshia was living her absolute best life then. Tracks like Love helped that album go platinum and snagged 2 nominations at the 2006 Soul Train Music Awards. But honey, that was just the beginning. Her reality show gave fans an intimate peek into her personal life and career, running for 3 whole seasons and becoming one of the network's most watched shows ever. Her second and third albums, Just Like You and A Different Me, were absolutely incredible too. Both hit number 2 on the Billboard 200 and went platinum. She even made it to the Grammy stage with 4 nominations. Keyshia was literally untouchable, or so we thought. But darling, everything came crashing down when Keyshia decided to go head-to-head with Beyonce. Picture this, it's 2013 and Queen Bey had just dropped Bow Down after giving birth. The song was basically her way of saying, I'm still that girl, with lyrics that shook the industry. I know when you were little girls you dreamt of being in my world. Don't forget it, respect that, bow down. I took some time to live my life, but don't think I'm just his little wife. Don't get it twisted, this my bow down. Well honey, Keyshia was not having it. She made the fatal mistake of taking to X, formerly Twitter, to spill her thoughts. And trust me, she held nothing back. She fired off these explosive tweets. Can't stand when people all self-righteous when it's convenient, it makes them look good Lamu, but can still talk when convenient to FOA. And first women need to stick together now, BW's Better Bow SMH, but it's all G chick stay shooting the stuff, but when I speak my mind, it's a prob. Oh my word, the aftermath was absolutely catastrophic. The Bayhive came for Keyshia with their stingers out. Some fans clapped back with, it's a fun bleep talking song, don't try and make it more just so you can have some BS to say. And when Beyonce sings, she's Sasha Fierce though, so get you life. But here's the tea, not everyone was Team Bey. Some fans actually understood where Keyshia was coming from. One person spilled, the irony of Beyonce screaming bow down BW after all those girl power anthems isn't lost on me. Another fan wrote, the controversy was really just people being mad that she was bragging they felt attacked because she said things like, I know when you were little girls you dreamt of being in my world and bow down. Be that hurt some feelings, but she explained in a video why she made the song it was to make people feel good when they sung it. And speaking of explanations, Beyonce herself addressed the drama during an iTunes radio interview. She said,
There was a set of tweets that happened a while back, because you and Beyonce are really close. And there was something about how Keyshia Cole complained that you weren't giving her any songs because of your relationship with Beyonce and how she sort of said something about Beyonce. Any truth in that?
Of course. I mean, it wasn't nothing towards Keyshia. I mean, she knows that, and everybody that with a brain knows that. That's not even how I operate. But how I definitely don't operate with any type of, I'm not I give up 10 million for somebody to give up 10 million for me. You know, it is what it is. If you're not gonna have any camaraderie in anything, like any loyalty for anything, like what do you stand for? It would be the same thing as if Keyshia's my girl and somebody said something that's I feel ill-advised. Unless you go call on the phone and say it directly to the person, like we can't just be like, oh, just saying something out in the open. I mean, you know, and I don't think that she doesn't understand that. And it's definitely not nothing personal. I just did something on her last album before that happened, and I ain't got nothing but love for her. But it's still family, like, you know. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. Like,
Jay-Z line.
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sorry. You know, and I would hope the same thing would happen for me. You know.
But honey, you won't believe what happened next. When Queen Bey explained her side, the Beyhive launched an even more vicious attack on Keyshia. The comments were absolutely brutal. Keyshia Cole, what's ironic is that you've been talking all that family first God stuff for a minute, but then pull the same stuff LOL. And you ain't going to need no more perm kits the Beyhive bow to snatch you bald, Keyshia Cole. And let me tell you, Keyshia wasn't about to back down. She fired back with tweets like, "Never said there was any, I'm not in denial, God bless, screw your unity. And how am I hating, no ma'am or sir, whatever you may be, no H8. But darling, she didn't stop there. Oh no, she decided to take aim at another Destiny's Child member too. Remember that incredible 2013 Super Bowl halftime show when Beyonce brought out Michelle Williams and Kelly Rowland for that epic reunion? While fans were living for it, Keyshia had other thoughts. She jumped on X again, throwing shade with F that stuff up, then Beyonce Bad B Central. And I think I was frightened to blink for a second, then Michelle sung and woke me up from my daze, she always messing the groove up. Some fans think she was taking another dig at Bey when she tweeted, "And yes, my mom uses illegal substances. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I'm from Oakland and made it damn far without influential biological parents." Oh, the drama. This whole mess branded Keyshia as nothing but a troublemaker stirring up drama on X. She tried to make amends with, "But hey, I love y'all too, and y'all girl is whack and always will be our boss." But honey, the damage was already done. The Beyhive had marked her, and there was no going back. And it wasn't just the fans. Even her longtime collaborators started backing away. The Dream made it crystal clear that his loyalty was with Beyonce, and he wasn't here for Keyshia coming after his family.
Oh, I just felt like, dang, I really did come up on Beyonce, like, and I really did, like, look at her for inspiration, and I was just like, that song and what I said just went way too far, because I do love, like, her, and I like get chills when I see her perform, and she is a gang of inspiration for all artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just felt like, damn, I just missed out on the party.
That's okay. Well, but that's good. See, and with maturity comes clarity. You know, I mean, because you don't owe an explanation, but I know, like, you're a fan of music.
Yeah.
As much as you are a contributor to the culture, so.
Yeah, so I just hit everybody and said, how was the show?
Well, all you do is look at Instagram. That was a show. The whole goddamn show on Instagram.
Well, what I will say is that she definitely looks amazing, sounds amazing, performs amazing. There was a part during the show where she was singing Resentment, and she said, I'm better than that mediocre white bitch could, or something like that. And the whole audience was looking at each other, and it was interesting because she typically don't come out that bag.
Yeah.
Darling, Keyshia tried her absolute best to brush it off. She responded to the Dream on X saying, "Dream not writing any songs for me is fine. I'm on my 6th album. He's only wrote one song on one of my albums, which I did love, God bless." But honey, she soon realized this wasn't something she could just power through. The harsh reality hit when she dropped her 6th studio album, Point of No Return, in 2014. Now, it did debut at number 9 on the Billboard 200, but only sold 25,000 copies in its first week. Compared to her previous success, that was devastating. And the fans? They weren't exactly kind about it either. One person absolutely dragged it. Point of No Return is a letdown. It's a less fun rerun. Even the title is a redo of a mediocre, commercially disappointing album, probably not the best place to start. And Soul in stereo, they went in. They wrote, but much of the remainder of the album feels like been there, done. That somebody better call the paramedics because I'm feeling kind of crazy right now, Keyshia Crun, on Heat of Passion for a song that should brim with passion. I mean, it has passion in its name, it's surprisingly lifeless. Now, Some might say it was just her creative choices, but let's be real. Keyshia knew deep down what this was. The public had made up their minds about her because of the Beyonce drama, and they weren't interested in her music anymore. When that reality finally hit her, she tried some serious damage control. In 2018, she went on Hollywood Unlocked and actually called Beyonce an inspiration, trying to bury any whispers of their feud.
You wanna hold the magazine? Just shout out Juicy Mac.
But here's the tea, it was way too late. And honestly, this happens to pretty much everyone who dares to cross Queen Bey. Take Carrie Hilson, for example. She thought she was being slick when she threw shade at Bey in her 2009 single Turning Me On with lyrics like, "Your vision cloudy if you think that you're the best. She can sing but need to move it to the left. She need to go have some babies." Carrie tried to play innocent, calling into Atlanta's V103 radio station in March 2009, claiming, "People are just reading way too far into it. People take things and make it what they want it to be. It wasn't taking shots at nobody." Years later, she hinted that others wrote those shady lyrics specifically to diss Beyonce, something she felt pressured to do. But honey, she wasn't exactly subtle when she straight up refused to promote Juicy magazine because Bey was on the cover. And just like Keyshia, Carrie's career went up in smoke. But here's what's really interesting. Why is it always artists like Keyshia and Carrie who end up picking up the pieces? I mean, even Rihanna took shots at Bey over Bow Down. She liked a post by garbage singer Shirley Manson that read, "A lot of celebrities just want money, fame, power, fancy cars, houses all over the world, and have people bow down to them. To me, that's frightful behavior." Riri even posted an article naming her one of the most influential pop stars on IG with the super shady caption, "I only know how to be number one. I could use a challenge. How that feel down there on your knees, huh?" Talk about throwing shade. But why didn't Rihanna's career suffer? Simple. She's a powerhouse. The Beyhive can't touch her. It's only artists like Keyshia and Carrie, who don't have half the industry backing them, that get completely destroyed. And sure, some fans might argue that Beyonce had nothing to do with any of this mess. But let's be real, she could have easily said something to stop all the hate. The fact that she stayed silent, well, that speaks volumes, doesn't it? But what do you think? Is Beyonce really that insecure? Will Keyshia ever bounce back from this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to check out our other videos.